Good morning. Welcome to a new update of the markets in which we're seeing that we're chasing the new highs again as we have flipped 50k for support. However, are we bullish again or are we getting bullish at resistance? That's what we're going to discuss inside this video, but please do not forget to subscribe beneath to the channel to stay tuned on all the new content that's coming out. And from next week on, we're going to publish interviews with projects. And there's some really cool ones that we're going to publish first. What can we see on the price? We have been discussing Bitcoin yesterday, and I want to discuss that one before we're going to discuss altcoins. Bitcoin in itself made this nice bottoming construction, and I just got a new clean chart to show what we're currently seeing. So this entire trend was downwards, after which we broke back above 45k, which was a critical trigger to hold on to. As we made the beautiful flip over here, which is indicating further strength on the markets for now. What do we see? We also see a clear resistance area as we have been rejecting at this 52k barrier previously, which can be classified as the range high, right? So this is the critical area that we have to break through. If that breaks, I'm assuming we're going to get a retest of this 56k zone. Now on the downside, we've got this entire region, so we can be concluding that we are inside a range construction in which we are just going to have that chopping period in which we just move sideways and nothing special, as the volume is also draining down, and next to that, March is usually not the best period to be trading in. So what do we see further currently is that we flipped this previous high. We did not even get a retest, but we flipped that previous high. So currently we are in a construction of further upwards momentum. We rejected 52k, and currently we are finding support at 49.3. However, now we get into the critical part in which we are saying, okay, we have to crack this 52k zone, which we didn't. If we get another test and fail again, in which we are going to test this support zone, I'm assuming that we're going to cause a chain reaction downwards, in which a test of this 46k zone is most likely going to happen. However, if we do crack 52k, next area I'm going to watch is 56, but this is basically what we're looking at right now. And then we can start looking at the chart that I've posted yesterday in the video, in which we were saying, okay, we've got this entire construction, we might get another impulse wave up, but now we are facing a critical resistance zone, which is also this previous support at 50.4. This entire region has to break in order to get that test of 52k again and to potentially break towards 56. But what usually is the case is that people are becoming bullish at resistance, especially in a downwards trending construction in which we are still in. People become bullish at resistance while they should become bullish at support, as that is granting you massive opportunities. So what I'm assuming is going to happen right now is that we're just inside a upwards corrective move, similar to the construction that we have here, in which we are just making some retests of the levels that we've just lost, after which we have to get some more sideways continuation or some more bottoming confirmation before we can start continuing. So what are the critical levels to watch for Bitcoin at this stage? And I'll just post the other chart that we have. So what are the critical levels to watch for Bitcoin? I'm assuming that once we hold this 49k zone that we've just discussed, I think we have to break through 52k to have continuation towards 56. But as this entire region has become a range-bound construction, I'm not assuming that we will. However, if we are going to do that, 56 is next. So on the upside, 52 is a critical level. On the downside, 49 is very critical to hold, as this part is going to be the next support zone. So if we lose 49, I'm assuming that we drop to 46, and then we get that scenario that I've just shown, in which we might be getting a further test towards 40k later this month to confirm that bottoming construction. Then what is next on altcoins? And we have been discussing Ethereum yesterday, in which we were saying, okay, those levels are very important to analyze and to watch. in which we were seeing, okay, we've got this beautiful retest here on Ethereum at 1460. We got the upwards momentum. However, we can't break through the resistance zone, which we have derived yesterday as a very critical level for resistance, as we reject here. Well, if we can get a clean chart on Ethereum and you can see what the scenario is, I'll just use the clean chart in which we are saying, okay, this level is critical to hold. If that flipped, we did, we can see continuation. Currently the previous high has to hold for support once again. If that happens, we might be getting another impulse wave towards the area around 1760, which is just slightly above this recent high, as we also are constructing a range-bound construction for ETH. However, if this level at 1530 is lost, I'm again going to look at the area at 1400. If that is going to be a nosediver again, then this low around 1300 is again what I'm going to look at. But overall, corrective moves go in waves, like this. Some people use Elliott waves, but especially I'm assuming that we just get a retest of this low again if we want to sustain strength, especially given the heavy drop down that we just anticipated. So if we look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, everything is still fine. We are still consolidating. We're still seeking to find strength on this one. There we are. We're still seeking to find strength. The levels are still there. Altcoins are still heating up for the big altcoin summer, but the market in general has to have a corrective period. And then there's one altcoin that I would love to discuss on stream, which is Swipe. Yesterday I've had some issues with Swipe as they announced or they were tweeting about Swipe Swap, and they erased 2 of those letters. And by erasing those 2 letters, you could also fill in scam. And if you might know me, I make some jokes regarding that topic. So I did say scam or swap, it can be both. I get blocked, which is completely fine, and in turn can block me, that's completely fine. But then the CEO starts to roast me on social media, which is also fine, but you're the CEO of a company. To be professional, to become a mature market, you should not be doing that as a CEO of a company. That's just not the way you should approach this, as it's unprofessional and people will definitely read what you're doing. Also for me, I make jokes. I shouldn't be doing that as the CEO of my company. But with the projects, it's a little bit different as you have people holding your token, etc., and investing in it. So I did not like that, but also people were saying that I'm bearish on Swipe, which is also something that I'm not really understanding, as during this entire drop down, I've been saying that this is just a natural move of the markets in which everything is just still fine. And then we have to construct or use the USDT chart, in which you can see all the markers that I've made. I've been saying this scenario that's most likely going to happen with a full retrace, higher low, and we're currently in a construction in which we are going to see continuation. So usually when you see such an upwards run as we've just seen, the areas to watch are previous price levels from history, which is one there, the other one is here. So those 2 are interesting for Swipe to keep an eye on if we have a further corrective move, just general to the markets, as this is most likely going to be the resistance, and then another retest happens. And then after that, a new impulse wave starts to happen for Swipe. And during those impulse waves, you want to look at the Bitcoin chart, as the Bitcoin chart is giving you information on what's most likely going to happen. As the valuation in Bitcoin is still on the lows for Swipe itself, for many altcoins, and currently it's flipping a level for support, generating a higher low, generating strength for continuation, in which we are going to look at levels around 10k, 16k, and maybe even 25k, which is about 6-7x from here. So what can we expect from Swipe? I'm still very bullish on it, but I think the approach of the CEO should be kind of different. I'm still assuming that Swipe will do well. Roadmap update has been posted, which is amazing. Altcoins will still do well in the markets itself. So yeah, I'm still very bullish on the crypto markets. Short term, we might get another correction on the USDT values, and after that, we are ready to go to Mars. So that's my update for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Maybe I'm going to live stream additional tonight, depending on the markets. Don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned and have a wonderful day.